والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم Muhammad. Inshallah, we'll continue our talk. So last time there is some points I just want to add here. We stop by saying the approach. When I talk about the approach, that the approach should be political, not religious, not religious. And here I have a question. Al-Saqifa, you know Al-Saqifa?
Yes, absolutely.
This Al-Saqifa, that meeting which happened in Saqifa, there is no doubt between all the Muslims, that is history.
Absolutely, yes.
That is not something related to Sunnah or Shia,
yes,
right?
Everyone agrees, yes.
Yes. Al-Saqifa, that was a political event or was a religious event?
Political?
Yeah, absolutely. They were not there to discuss the religion or the fara'id or the fada'il or the fiqh or the akhlaq of the Islam, right?
Yes.
So just the presence of the Saqifa in itself, it showed that politics was working in the Muslim community even at the day of the death of the Prophet.
That's very true.
So nobody can come and tell you, why you are talking about politics? That's all was a religion. Those people were all of them saints. Nobody has any political ambition. No, so you can answer him right away. So what about the Saqifa?
Yep.
Why is the Saqifa done? The Saqifa show that there was a political ambition to inherit the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to inherit the state of the built by the Prophet, built by the Deen of Islam, to inherit it. And of course, inheriting the state means that you are inheriting two very important things: the power, the fame, and the wealth.
Yep.
State. So as-Saqifa, in its presence, it become a very gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yes.
For those who claim that, those people never think about the political power or the politics, and they are only focused on the religion.
Yes.
They focus only on Deen. So why the Saqifa has been held at that time on the same day of the death of the Prophet?
Yes. And
what?
Yeah. And just to add to that, Dr. Hazim, if someone doubts that event actually happened, like as you mentioned, it's part of like all Sunni Shia books. I've seen the place.
Of course. Nobody can doubt
and
that.
In Medina,
nobody can
exactly.
doubt
And
that.
in Medina, people like I had a conversation with a scholar, a Sunni scholar, and I was like, the Saqifa happened. Yes, they met over here. This is Saqifa.
Yes,
exactly.
And in the Saqifa, it was not only the Ansar.
Exactly, both Muhajirin and Ansar.
It include both the Ansar and the Muhajirin, especially the first Khalifa, the second Khalifa, the third Khalifa. That was accidental? So those who have ambitions, for example, we didn't find somebody like Abu Dhar in the Saqifa, or Al-Miqdad, or Salman. They were not in the Saqifa.
Right.
Why? Because only those who have ambitions, political ambitions, they were in the Saqifa. And if you find the three caliphs after the Prophet was the first one to attend, it was not coincidence.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
And the type of talk happened in Saqifa has nothing to do with the religion.
Yes.
They didn't even talk about how we can widespread Islam, how we can stand against some of the tribes which will turn back away from Islam when they know that the Prophet has died. There was nothing except the political power for the political struggle for the inheritance of the leadership of the state.
Yes.
So that become a very clear proof that politics, it was there.
Yes.
We are not imagining that or fabricating that, or the Shia. But no, it was there, and that is a big proof from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yes.
Now we come to a very important point about Syeda Fatima Zahra alayhi salam. I just want to anybody. I am a doctor, and you can ask any doctor, any place, if they bring for you a dead person, and this dead person is just 18 years old, can any doctor just take the paper and write a death certificate?
No.
No
No.
way. I work in the United States. Ask any doctor in any hospital. Imagine, God forbid, if you have a sister and died at the age of 17 or 18, and you take her to the hospital to get the death certificate. Will they give you the death certificate the same easy way as you are taking your grandfather who is 70 or 80 or whatever?
No, they're gonna call the homicide squad first.
Absolutely. They will have some suspicions.
Right.
At least they have to examine the body.
Right.
Maybe they call the coroner to come, and the forensic doctor to come and see if this is normal, because it is not here in America. They called it premature death. Is there any dispute between Sunnah and Shia that Syeda Fatima Zahra died while she was 18?
No, I mean, some say 29.
All of the Muslims knew that. That is history, my son.
Yes.
That is history.
Yeah.
Now comes a question. Is it normal for an 18 years old lady, very young lady,
yes,
to die like that? Here you have to start the investigation. They call you, imagine you are a detective, they call you, the doctor call you and tell you there is a 18 years old young lady who died and her family comes, so please come to investigate. You as a detective, when you arrive to the crime scene or to the dead body, you will start to inspect. You will start to look at the body, and then you will start to ask the relatives, right? You ask them,
right,
what happened? They told you, oh, she was sick for many days. She was sick. This information will increase your doubts that there was a foul play, or it will decrease your doubt.
Yeah.
Of course, it will increase your doubt.
Yeah.
Sick of what?
Of what?
You will ask.
Yeah.
Sick of what? She is young. Sick of what?
Yeah.
Somebody will tell you, oh, she was sick because her father died and she loved him so much.
Exactly.
As a detective,
yeah,
this will be a convincing answer.
Yeah.
Anybody whose father died, even if you love him so much, he died after him within a few days.
No.
Is this logic?
No.
Because was so sad.
Yeah.
No way.
And
except if he has a depression.
Yes.
And no any reports come to say that Syeda Fatima Zahra was depressed.
Right.
At all.
And
so you exclude depression. So this means that just the sadness is not enough evidence to say that this was natural death.
Right. And just to add to that, right, she was not, so one is sad, but at the same time, she had 4 children to care about. A mother
cannot. And not only that, she is the daughter of Islam who forbid making sorrow more than 3 days for any person.
Exactly.
Exactly. The first one to watch the teaching of her father, to be role model for the Muslims. And as you said, she has 3 or 4 children, very young children. She has to take care of them. So this will be excluding from your mind as a detective. You are looking for the case.
Yes.
Then you keep asking, so what else? Then you find somebody of the relative telling you, no, she was sick because she suffered an injuries. What? Injuries? Then you will give, because you have a case already in front of you. You are not coming from yourself.
Right.
There is a case. So, and somebody tell you one word. Oh, there's some injury. Injury? Come. What type of injury? Oh, she suffered an injury. Now we have to start to investigate this claim. That's how the police work done.
Right. Right.
We have to investigate this claim that there was an injury. From what the injury? Oh, this fraction or this some household of the lady tell you, oh yeah, because few days ago some people crash her house and break her rib, and they push her and she suffered an abortion, and after that she felt sick and she died. So here they open for you another thread you have to follow as a detective.
Right.
You have to follow because you have a case
Yes.
already. You are not starting this from nothing. You have a case. You have a sudden death for an 18 years old young lady, which is not a joke. You
Yes.
have to follow any leads. So you start to follow these leads as a detective. There is if there is a suspicious of homicide for this person that is not dying from natural cause, that he has been somehow killed, or uh, 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 something happened which lead to his death, then of course the first question be asked, so is this person, is this lady has any enemies? That is a police work, regular police work.
Yep.
That is, she has any enemies, any dispute with anyone known? You ask those who are surrounding. Yes, she has. Oh, she has some enemies. Oh, not enemies, but she has some problems with some people. Who are those people? Who are those people? Oh, there is some problems with the elected caliph of the prophet and his companion. Okay, what has happened? Oh, she own a land, and they forced her, or they confiscate the land by force, even though she was under her full control for years.
Right.
They confiscate the land, and they claim that this land belonged to all Muslims, and this start a problems. Oh, really? And this is agreed by all the Muslimin? Yes. Okay, then what happened? She go to the masjid and she make a big speech, and in that speech she accused the Caliph that he took her rights, and she challenged him, and there was an exchange, verbal exchange, harsh exchange between them. Oh, and that is proved in the Muslim books? Yes. Okay, so now we start to feel that there is some enemies who may be behind the crime. Okay, let's investigate more. These two persons, these two persons, we keep asking, these two persons, they are companions of the Prophet. Oh, yeah, they are very high. One of them has been elected as a Caliph. So how come that there was a dispute? Oh, both of them, she claimed, he claimed, but at the end, but there was no animosity. There was no animosity. Then one person stepped in and said, no, there was an animosity. What is your proof? I am the detective. What is your proof? The proof that they, both this Khalif and his companion, came to her house to visit her while she is sick and asking for her pardon, asking for her forgiveness. That is written in all Muslim books.
Right.
Why they are asking her pardon? If they didn't know that there was something and something very bad, and she was not pleased with them, why they come and asking to tell her sorry?
Yes.
There is something abnormal here.
Yes.
Okay, so we try to follow more this lead. Okay, why those people come to attack her in the house, or you claim that some of you, yeah, guys, claim why they have to come and to attack the house? Oh, they come to force her husband to give allegiance to the new administration, which inherit the prophet, or that is the political results of the Saqifa. Saqifa come out with a political result to assign the Khilafah to the first Khalifa, to a person called Abu Bakr. Okay, so they want to take the allegiance from all the Muslims. But this lady husband didn't want to give the allegiance. Why? His rebellion against the state? No. This person said that the prophet, he claimed that the prophet assigns this inheritance to him. He appointed him as a Khalif, the next Khalif of the state. Oh, really? Who said that? Oh, hundreds of Muslims can testify about Ghadir, that the prophet said that this person, he has to carry the job. So how come you take the job from him? Oh, because we fear from the division of the Ummah and the Saqifa, and that is the result of the Saqifa, and the Ummah come to agree on that. Oh, the Saqifa gather all the Ummah? No, it didn't gather some few character only. It gathered any one of the family of the Prophet? No, 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 no. It happened in the most critical time, even before the Prophet has been buried. Okay, so they come to force the husband of Syeda Fatima to come and give the oath of allegiance to the to the new Caliph. Until now, it makes sense. Yeah, of course, it makes sense that yes, they come to the intention. Yes, they can say no. Even if they come with a good intention. Okay, they come with a good intention, but just they come to the house without inviting him. Why you come to person to attack him in his house? You invite him. Yes, we send the invitation for him, but he didn't respond. Even if you send me an invitation, it was not a summon. Right. You send me an invitation and I didn't come. That does not give you the right to come to me at home. And even if I didn't open for you to break the door or enter without permission. No, they didn't. That didn't happen. That is the Shia fabricate that. Okay, forget about the Shia and the Sunnah. But I have a dead body for an 18 years old lady. There is a crime in front of me. I want to know why this premature death happened.
Right.
That's why I have to look for every lead. Now you give me a lead. And this lead supported by your history that these two characters come to ask for her pardon. This means that there was an issue.
Right. So this is where this. So there are two leads, right? Like I'm thinking from an investigative perspective. Just to recap, right?
Yes.
We have a dead body. The dead body is of 18-year-old lady, young lady.
Yes.
And now we want to understand what happened.
Yes.
So first was, and we're trying to understand what are the potential causes of the death.
Exactly.
So the first cause is natural death.
Yes.
Which is caused by sickness, heart attack, some other things.
Which is excluded for her age.
we excluded for her age and because of her knowledge of like being sad for someone who died,
Yes,
or and also because of the responsibilities she had, so she didn't have time to get sad.
yes,
So there must be something that caused her to be sick.
exactly.
So what is that thing? So there is so there's another lead which tells us that there was some sort of like she was injured,
Absolutely.
and now we're trying to understand. So someone comes up, not everyone, someone comes up and says that, oh, by the way, there was like injury caused by this person because there was potential argument with them, and these are the proofs of arguments which is agreed upon by everyone.
Brilliant.
Now,
Very good. You understand it. You summarize it very good. Brilliant.
now one question comes where some people are now divided on this part of how did this injury happen. Some people don't even say that this happened. On the other hand, there's this group which says, oh no, by the way, before the going into the court, before uh, being property being confiscated, her house was ambushed. So how do we reconcile like who's right and who's wrong over here? Because there are two parts. Like, and there are a lot of people, there are a lot of narrations, there are a lot of like not narrations, but like a lot of people are saying this, but there's a group which says, oh no, everyone is lying, like it never happened. So
Yes, yes. Very good. Everybody body is lying.
it,
But we have a dead body in front of us.
yes.
We need to know how this person died. One side
Exactly, yeah.
telling you, no, 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 he died a natural death, and please give us the death certificate and let's bury her, and that's it. While the others say, no, 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 there is a foul play here. As a police officer, you will go with the people who tell you, oh, no, 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 just write the death certificate and let's bury her, or you will follow the leads. Any
Follow the
police
leads.
officer, that is logics, because there
Yes.
is a dead body for
Yes.
a premature death for a very young lady, and you start to
Yep.
follow these leads, which could all of it fabricated, but you have to follow.
Yes.
I will give you an example. I watch a lot this the Dateline on the TV show, the Dateline, which bring
Mm-hmm.
you very true life stories, crimes.
Mm.
So anyone who want to commit a crime, he want to make the crime as either natural or far away from him.
Right.
Like he killed his wife, and he put her in a car and dumped the body many miles away from home.
Mm-hmm.
So people, when they discover the dead body, how? Oh, maybe she get killed somewhere, and somebody kill her here, but away from the house. He didn't want to anything to be connected to the house, that the killing happened in the house. He killed
Right.
her and threw her away. So
Mm.
the police start investigation because there is a crime, there is a dead body.
Right.
So somebody come and tell him, you know what? This husband has an extramarital affair. Ah,
Mm.
now the police will start to follow that lead, which could be
Mm.
fake, but he
Mm. That's
forced
true.
to follow the lead because there is a
Yes.
dead body.
Yes.
There is a crime here. That's not
Yes.
that's not
They
normal.
don't look at like, yeah, that's a very very good point, Dr. Hadan, because they don't ask like what is your lineage, whose son are you, like prove yourself that you're truthful or liar. Like they don't look at that person. They, as soon as they hear a
A lead,
lead,
they
they
just
just go
follow
after
it,
them.
and sometimes they follow five leads.
Exactly. That's
You,
very true.
you
That is
see,
very true.
so now we are following a lead which come to our attention, that this lady has been subjected to so and so and so and so. So we have to dig in this lead, and we'll see, is this proposed enemies of her? They are her enemy, or they have other objective?